more American than this. Nothing more American than this.
No. This is the most British thing you can ever have, Marcus.
What? This is America.
That's my boy! My son! My boy!
Yeah, but man, he's the one that killed him.
You don't know that by telling me from this image.
I mean, MJF is doing his best John McClane Wolverine look right now with his white beater.
Oh.
It's just absolutely. Oh no! Oh god! Oh god! That man should be arrested just for wearing that outfit, just for looking like that. Like, I don't think you should wear a bloody white beater without going to jail. I'm just saying. It's just, you clearly know what that guy did. Oh no! Oh no! Oh Jesus! On the eve of the 4th of July, Jesus! Oh God! Oh my God!
On the eve of 4th of July?
Yeah, that was the eve
How
of
did
4th of
we're
July.
doing the show yet? Oh, okay.
This happened on the eve. We're doing the show on the 4th of July. In fact, Manny, cue the show. Here we go. Bang!
Welcome, everyone, to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I am, of course, all gravy, racially ambiguous, charismatic Enigma Lord Manny Hayes. And that over there is...
playing the role of Manny's nurse and doctor and advisor as he goes through withdrawal. The very American, very patriotic today, Marcus the grand finale. Manny, cue my pyro.
Dun, dun,
Oh.
dun, 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 dun,
Give me pyro in your ear. You got the graphic, right?
I have to turn that back on because I turn it off because it just
Oh.
sets off. Actually, Marcus, I can't do it because that would require both my hands to do 2 thumbs up.
Damn it, what's the point of the 4th of July if I can't have pyro? I just want some type of pyro. Just some type of pyro.
We can insert the sound of pyro.
Okay. Pew, 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 pow, pow. Bang. Wow. Wow, my finger. My finger.
They're actually ridiculous.
Yeah. But whoa! Well, welcome to the 4th of July, Manny. How do you feel? How do you feel today, huh? How do you and your country feel? You guys are in mourning. This is the day you lost America. You lost us. We
lost America, and we stopped. You guys stopped measuring speed in miles per hour and started measuring in eagles per cheeseburger.
Well, fuck you and your kilograms, okay? We're doing your stone. We're doing pounds and inches over here. Fuck the metric system.
If you notice, this beautiful shirt, modeled by a broken man, physically and mentally.
I can't tell you're broken in that shirt. I can't tell you're broken in that shirt. Look at that. You can't tell. Your shirt is so beautiful. You don't see that this man has only one arm.
You can get this shirt at thesharpshooters.creator-spring.com. Enter promo code Stay Sharp for 10% off your order. I think that only lasts this week.
It might be over.
I may get Eric to give me permission to jump into it, and I may just extend that for an extra week.
Yeah, just keep saying it. No one's going to actually buy one. How dare you? How dare you if you buy one? You know what? I double dare you. Now you got to do it. Now you do it. Or, as I used to say as a kid, you're a duty head if you don't do it.
Duty head.
Duty head. We're starting off with patriotic. Manny, I've eaten hot dogs. I've threw tea in the river. I've talked to a friend named Paul, and I talked to another friend named Revere, and he told me the British are coming, and I was like, bring it on! It's America.
When you say you ate a hot dog, is that your friend called Hot Dog?
I don't think we're friends anymore after I ate their hot dog. In fact, it's kind of strange now.
Well, this is taking an interesting turn. There was no news that actually happened, unless you consider Will Ospreay being a nice guy. News where he took the Swerve match at Forbidden Door, so people would stop talking about Swerve dropping the title at All In Wembley.
So, I was talking to Eric, the hater, yesterday about this, and I told him about this, and he said, "What?" And he was like, "That made me." He said, "This makes me hate Tony Khan even more and hate everybody in that locker room more." That Will Ospreay had to stand up and be the man to do this. It's like it's nothing Will did that's wrong. It's everybody else. Everybody else that wanted him to drop that belt. Everybody wanted him.
We need to ask the question now, Marcus.
Oh boy.
Does Will Ospreay get a new name like DeWilliam Ospreay?
No. He still will. Rich Homie will. That's what he's gonna be for the name. But you know what? If I'm Swerve, I don't need your charity. If they gonna take the belt, take the belt. Fuck it. But I would like to set up a new chart, Manny. Who's more racist this week? Tony Khan or Triple H? So we can keep doing it each week, because each week you can go with who's more racist on any given point. Because that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes in the black community.
Yeah, I know.
Where we don't know.
But technically, that's not a fair measure because we don't watch Rampage and we barely watch Collision. So,
Manny, hold on. Do you think the views and the opinions on Rampage and Collision matter in this game? You're gonna look at that show and be like, "Well, they're treating the black wrestlers great over there." That's like me watching WWE Speed, going, "Well, in those 3 minutes, Ricochet was the man." It's ridiculous.
I mean, it did, Kane, but I didn't watch it. I didn't have time.
I did.
Marcus watched it.
I'm going to give you a good review of this. It should have been 2 hours. They left a lot of stuff out that should be in there, I think. And by WrestleMania documentary, it was just the Roman and Cody match. They didn't cover anything else that went on at WrestleMania 40. I thought they should have gave a good backdrop of the bloodline. They really didn't establish how important the bloodline and Roman was. Like they're saying, like, oh, it was 99 days. It was all about The Rock saying, oh, The Rock agreed to this, The Rock agreed to that, The Rock did this. Well, things they left out.
Of course it's going to be like that.
Yeah, it should have been, how about the Black Adam failed, the DC Universe scrapped you, Fast and Furious left you, you have bad media, you wanted to get back in wrestling for good positive press, and you did, but however, it turned on you because you pushed aside Cody Rhodes for your own selfish ambition. That should have been in the backdrop. But it wasn't there. It was more like The Rock came in, we planned it out. And you can see where they did plant seeds of Roman and The Rock, and even in The Rock and everything else. They showed the seeds of it being planted throughout the year. But, again, nobody had time for that shit. It was a fine documentary. If you want to see The Rock hold Bob Backlund's title, go ahead and watch it. But it just seems like The Rock is a great guy for allowing Cody Rhodes to win the title this time. That's what I got for the documentary.
So, there's that. Well, nothing else really happened. Let's move into Like the Mood, Feel the Groove, Dynamite.
Woo, 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 woo. and a show where, Manny, how did I describe my review of Dynamite this week?
Scathing.
Scathing review. And I'm going to give you the definition of why I meant it that way. I just wanted to say it like that to tease Manny of my review of Dynamite. But to be honest, I'm going to say it's the best Dynamite I've seen all year. The best Dynamite I've seen all year.
You know what? That's betrayal, Marcus. That's betrayal. You might as well kick me in the nuts like MJF did.
I was 100% lying to you in the pre-show about the review of Dynamite. I thought this was one of the best Dynamites of the year. If not the best.
So the show kicked off with Daniel Garcia saying this is the most important night of his entire life. And he promised he ain't losing tonight, and he bet on his mother's life. Well.
Oh, no! Strike! Yeah. Strike!
MJF says he's proud of him, and he's going to win the belt. He dodges the Wembley question by telling him one thing at a time. But he said he'd like to be in his corner tonight. So we move into the first match of the night, which is Bryan Danielson versus Pac.
Before we go further,
I have to say, I give him so much discredit all the time, but the bastard Pac did all right tonight. He did all right.
Well, the thing is about the bastard Pac, and before we go, AEW got a strike for the start of the show for something else. And the strike is because it's called Beach Break. I don't understand why this was a theme show. But whatever.
It was sponsored by Shark Week on Discovery.
Yeah, but you know what? Just say it's sponsored by Shark Week. Like, why was this beach break? There was no, they didn't have any beach setup or nothing. It was just like, this is Dynamite in Chicago. A beach break in Chicago, Manny. Strike. Shout out to Maurice for being there. But like you said, this was a really good match.
Maurice was on TV so many times.
Yes. I now call him Mr. AEW. I thought MJF threw trash at him at one point, and I was like, oh, that wasn't Maurice. I was like, Maurice, you better take those boxing hands at him. You better take those boxing hands at him.
Why'd your forehead in that man in MJF's face? That wasn't Maurice.
No, that one wasn't Maurice, but Maurice did encounter Okada and the Bucks and all that. It's like, hey, it's Maurice. This match was good. And again, you give Pac slack for all the right reasons of him disappearing and showing up, although he's been consistent as of late of being around and not being injured or staying at home. Maybe because Ospreay is doing this back and forth, he no longer has an excuse. But this was a really good match, and I would never discredit this man's wrestling ability. It's just everything else about him.
Yeah.
Really good match. And Bryan Danielson, come on, guys. Come on.
So Danielson advances to the final. Then we get Mark Briscoe in the ring. He said things, basically. A rambling man said things and then declares himself part of Team AEW for Blood and Guts. Jack Perry hits him with the TNT title from behind. Kyle makes the save. Okada takes him out. Mark gets hit with the BTE trigger. Then the Acclaim chase the Elite away from ringside. And then Maurice took over the show.
Maurice D. Proper from B-Side Studios and all their great production took over the show, was filming a movie, essentially. What was going on behind the scenes with the Elite and whatnot. For me, if it wasn't for Maurice in this segment, Okada would again stole the segment as he was playing DJ with the Continental title. He has the Continental, right?
Yeah.
The Continental title, where he put his hand on his head and was scratching the record over and over as the Acclaimed music was hitting. Again, I think Okada's the only person in wrestling having the time of their life, and I think I'm enjoying every second of everything he does. Just everything. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have for this segment. I could criticize the Elite for some of their power strokes that they do later in the show, but it wasn't their segment to do it. I just think Jericho invoked their name in his segment that he wrote, and I don't like it. But I'm just saying.
Then we move into Chris Statlander versus Willow, but Willow gets a strike, Marcus.
I agree.
That promo was stupid.
I don't understand the promo. Don't care. Whatever she was saying. Smile, but don't
nothing
care.
matters. Smile anyway. Get out of here with that positivity. Fuck your mantra.
That's not even positivity. That's just
gain an edge, Willow. Go take someone out from behind or something.
Her philosophy is the philosophy of an ant. Nothing matters. Just smile anyway. It's like, just do your job. Just do your job. What do you mean? What do you mean? Fucking something bad, Manny. You shouldn't be walking around. Things happen to you. Your orb is all in a sling. You shouldn't be walking around going, ha 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 ha. I'm smiling anyway because I'm in agonizing pain.
Well, first off, let's talk about that, because the amount of people that have seen me on video calls like this and go, Manny, should you really be working? I need to stop saying this, Marcus. I need to stop saying this because it makes people feel awkward that know the situation.
Well, I do not question.
Marcus, I keep saying my father, and sometimes I might recite his full name. John Arif and Ayatollah didn't raise no bitch.
Oh no, Manny, are you becoming Cody? Manny, you have Cody disease. You have Cody disease. You can't keep invoking your father in every situation.
Yeah, well, I don't cry when I mention him like Cody does.
But maybe you should. Maybe be world champion by now. But I want to argue this, Manny. I think if you're in a sling, you could be at work. I'm just saying. Like, there's nothing. Like, in a sling, I understand. Like, you still have your other arm. It's not like you lost your arms, your legs, and your eyes. Like, you can still do computer work. It's not like, oh, should he be here like this?
Just slowly, but I could still do it.
Yeah, I understand if you were bleeding out of your arm and it was cut off and severed off. It was like, should he be here like this? I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. But no, if it's in a sling, it's all right. But I do think, Manny, you should see a doctor. Don't be like Marcus. See a doctor. Okay?
No, this is rich coming from you, actually. How's that pinky finger coming along? That's been more than 6 months. That's close to a year that's happened.
Yeah. It doesn't hurt anymore if you like that.
Yeah, this
But would I ever...
just about doesn't hurt anymore. I mean, my arm hurts when it's like this.
Manny,
Like
do you want me to...
yesterday, I needed to go get food because there's nothing in the fridge. Do you think
Right,
anyone
man.
helped me yesterday? No one helped me yesterday.
Here, time for Dr. Marcus to see if you're okay.
No. You may be wearing white stuff that you may look like a doctor, but until you have the headband with that thing that the Gates of Agony were wearing a couple of weeks ago, the spinning thing, you ain't no doctor to me.
I am a doctor. I'm a doctor. Britt Baker's a doctor. I'm a doctor. Okay. Oh. Let me ask you some questions, Manny.
Wait.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
Wait. Unless you're like this, I ain't taking you seriously.
Fine. You want this, Manny? Fine. I am now a doctor. Okay.
More like a witch doctor at this moment in time, but go ahead.
Tay, walla walla bing bang. Anyway, let me ask you this. On a scale of 1 to 10, how's your pain? 10 being the worst.
A 5.
A 5? Okay. All right. If I were to put you in a wrestling match tonight, will you be able to compete against Sean Spears?
Wait, am I going through my daddy didn't raise no bitch kind of mode, or am I regular Manny right now?
Either one.
I mean, I might try my Cody bullshit where I'm completely broken and I'll come out there.
Okay. So are you DDP and taped up ribs, or are you Darby Allin and taped up ribs?
Well, Marcus, I have no arms, so it makes no sense to have taped up ribs.
Shut up and answer the question, okay? I'm the doctor. Okay? I'm the doctor.
I mean, I could wrap my entire arm in that kinesio tape that wrestlers do, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I'll do that.
All right. And then my final question is, if Braun Breaker were to spear you through a wall, or Jada Parker were to slam her ass through your face through a wall, will you survive or are you dead?
Jada Parker, I might survive. Because that's more. I think the blunt force of that, because it's not like just the no arse, like it's not like Bone hitting you directly in the face. It's not like she's elbowing you in the face. I think I might survive that. Whereas if Braun Breaker was to spear me in my current state, my hands wouldn't. I would only have one arm to kind of save myself.
Yep.
So I think he will mangle me.
So
Braun Breaker would not. I would not survive Braun Breaker.
Yeah, so go see a doctor. I can't put you in the match tonight. I can't put you.
Oh, what? All this not to be cleared.
Yes, all that's not to be cleared. That's my clear. I'm gonna coach the Adam Pierce. That was so goddamn dusty.
To be fair though, I could get cleared quite quickly in AEW.
Well, they let Darby Allin and Matt Hardy wrestle dead. So
Darby Allin wrestled 2 weeks after he got hit by a bus.
Yeah, you're clear. Go ahead. Anyway, what were we on Dynamite?
Chris Statlander versus Willow.
Oh yeah, Willow being stupid.
Yeah.
Shit, what happened at the end of this match?
Well, so
I can't
Chris
remember.
Chris Statlander had the match in hand. Stokely put a chain in the ring. So she goes to grab the chain. She tries to hit Willow. She ducks.
Oh yeah.
And she almost hits Stokely, and then she gets rolled up for the win.
You're right. Roll up finish, which I do not approve of in any tournament match. Yeah, that happened.
Well, Danielson rolled up Pac as well.
Yeah. I don't like that either. There has to be definitive wins in these tournaments. Tired of these
But then the next
It's
segment,
over.
I didn't. The next segment I didn't think was going to get spicy, but it did. Britt Baker comes out. She says back in November she had a TIA, which is a transient ischemic attack, which is basically a mini stroke.
Yeah,
but she is now cleared and healthy. Huh?
She could have said mini stroke. I don't know what's gonna remember. Like if you weren't reading that, you're not gonna remember what a transient. Just say mini stroke. Don't pretend to be a doctor. You're a dentist.
She takes shots at the Snake for being the face of AEW. How she manipulates her fans to chant CEO by pumping them into her entrance music. The only 3 letters that matter in AEW is DMD. The Snake arrives, is met by the Young Bucks. They start preparing championship celebration whilst Britt's still in the ring. Marcus, this is the championship celebration.
Yeah. I would say this. Seth Rollins, I'm going to win the title celebration overall this week in Boston. Have better confetti and celebration than this.
Yeah.
Like his was an accident. This looks like an accident.
This was done on purpose.
This looks like Ryan's birthday party, which I didn't even throw for him. This is absolutely, it was atrocious, and I thought we were going to get more. But the main story is the Britt Baker and Mercedes comment. Fine segment. I thought it was an alright segment, but I do want to give them, I'm going to give them a strike. Because you know what, Tony, I'm done hearing about your women and their medical problems and your wrestlers. It seems like everybody's about to die on your roster. Whether they're Bryan Danielson, Danny Garcia, or even Serena Deeb. Talk about how she has seizures. Now Britt Baker had a stroke. I'm concerned about these wrestlers in different ways. It doesn't help me learn that, oh my God, she had a mini stroke. Should she be wrestling? Like, it bugs me now when she wrestles. I'll be like, oh God, I hope she's okay. I don't want to think about that.
Strike. I'm going to remove your strike because these fans started chanting, shut the fuck up, when Mercedes started talking. And then Britt Baker went even further to tell Mercedes she was the first woman to be at All In. She was the first woman to wrestle at All In. She wrestled at Wembley at All In, while Mercedes was there looking like a broken bitch with a broken leg in the stands. I'm like, ha ha ha!
You know what, Benny? How dare you remove my strike? I'm adding my strike back. I'm adding my strike back because you know what? Serena Deeb out there was having seizures and almost died, and they were not caring. But when Britt Baker has one, oh my God. And they didn't tell her to shut the fuck up like they told Mercedes to shut the fuck up or boo her. I'm just saying.
She wants to face her at All In. Mercedes shoves her in the face. Britt gets told to go to the back of the line, bitch. And she retorts, what line?
Yeah. And I would also like to add, back of the line. You go to the back of the line for the title. You don't have to go back in the line for the mid-card title.
Yeah.
That's a mid-card title. You ain't going to do half the line. You don't have to go to the back. In fact, Mercedes, there is no back in the line because how many matches did you wrestle before you got your title match? Zero. Zero. If you want me to say it in Spanish, I'll say it. Zero.
Yeah.
You wrestled 0 matches, so there is no back in the line. So, the main thing I take from what I got from Forbidden Door, Britt's in amazing shape. And this match will be okay, I think, whenever it does happen at All In.
I mean, it should be. Samoa Joe, Shibata, Hook take on the Cage of Agony. Makes me sick. Everybody gets... Don't do this to me! Get your ass back in the studio!
You know how I feel about this, Manny. You know how I feel about this.
Everyone gets choked out by Joe's team. The Learning Tree take out these 3 from behind. Hook gets hit with Nux and put through a table. The fight continues backstage, where Hook is hit with a fireball.
Yes!
Do you know why I didn't like this fireball? Because it was done off screen.
Well, you kind of saw it, though. You saw enough of it.
Yeah, but I don't like when it came from, like, this way. I want to see it coming from the side. Like, Hadouken!
So 5,000 strikes right out the jump, just for Jericho showing up. For Jericho just showing up and ruining a really good Dynamite as it stood right now. Like everything about Dynamite has been perfect. And in fact, I would say everything about this Dynamite was really good. And then Jericho comes out, he's talking about his TV time, and then he issues something that made me think too much. And I hate when I have to think too much when I'm watching my AEW wrestling. And it was who's in charge and who runs the show, when he's able to get Taz out the building for no reason whatsoever. And it made me go, where's Christopher Daniels? And be like, no, you can go back. Or where's Tony Khan? And be like, nah, this can't happen. When did the Bucks get this power? All of it made no sense. I hated it. It was stupid. Enjoyed the fireball in the back. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. I enjoyed the attack in the back. But everything else, I didn't care about this 6-man. I can't stand the Cage of Agony. It's just a bunch of cages of people who lose all the time. They're just terrible. And if they don't come out their guard, what's the fucking point of bringing them out?
Well, Marcus, first of all, a cage is worse than a gate. Think about that for a second.
Wait, so are you saying you'd rather have a gate over a cage?
Yeah.
So Bill Gates is with the Gates of Agony.
I'm just going to point out, the American border to Mexico has incredible problems of letting people through, and that's just a gate. That's just a cage, really.
It's not even a gate. It's not even a gate.
Like a really bad fence.
It's like a little doggy hole. Everybody can come through. Just walk in. It's a little portal. It's been like a portal, forbidden door.
Marcus, I think when we go to AEW, we should be called the Fence of Misery.
I mean, that's where we're at. Let's be the fence. We're the fence. The fence of misery. Oh no, you know, you with your arm, you could be agony, Manny, but I don't think you're in agony. So
if we're gonna sign that, no, don't sign the Kings of the Road. You sign the Fence of Misery. We get JEFFJARR versus a returning Hangman Adam Page.
New music, new feel.
I kind of want to give this a strike.
Go ahead, Manny. I'll let you go.
The match was good. Don't get me wrong. The match is good. But if you're Hangman Adam Page, you should not be taking this long to take out old man. I don't even want to care. I don't even want anyone to come at me. It's like, oh, but he was taking his time to destroy Jeff Jarrett to decimate him as what Bron Breakker wanted to do to Sami Zayn last week on Raw. No, it took way too long. Like, if you're trying to establish that this is a former AEW World Heavyweight Champion taking on what, a 60-year-old man?
Yeah, somewhere around there, 50s, 60s.
He should be taking that long to put him out. He should not.
Manny, I 100% agree with you. Do I think it deserves a strike? Nah. I just thought, they let Jeff have his moment. They had to kill some time somewhere.
Marcus,
I would give a strike if they didn't include the Jeff Jarrett promo of why he's in this tournament and making it the emotional state, and then having Hangman go out there and kill him. That makes the story better. So when he hits that strap to you, the people are like, hell yeah, Jeff.
No, Marcus. He hit a Russian leg sweep and got a 2 count on Adam Page.
Yeah. Well, he did the stroke on the hardest part of the ring. The hardest part of the ring.
Okay, this is 2024. Jeff, no one gets a 2 count on a Russian leg sweep.
I do agree. He should have put him away. This was the new Hangman, but I enjoyed that he was a killer. I enjoyed that he's unhinged a little bit, that he's off the rails. And this is the Hangman we were kind of getting when he was with Swerve, but he was more of a, I guess, coward kind of deal. But now he's kind of just psycho, and I like that. I like the new music. I like the orange light. Yeah.
That was what they were alluding to, because in one of his matches against Swerve, he actually licked Swerve, didn't he? Like, he licked his blood.
He drank his blood. He drank the blood.
Yeah, I had
like a water fountain.
Yeah, so they were trying to make it out that Hangman's changed. But I don't think they're going to follow up on that story. But the Young Bucks ask if he will be their 5th man at Blood and Guts. He tells Matt he doesn't need them at any more of their bullshit games. He isn't the Elite's puppet, and then shoves them both and walks off.
Yes. I liked all that.
Yeah.
Fuck them. Yeah. Like, everything Hangman did was the the MVP of the show. I feel like he was the MVP of the show, and I thought that this was the most impressive thing. My only issue was that it was back to back with Danny Garcia and MJF's beating. That I think they could separate the two severe beatings because they were back to back.
Weirdly, it's because they put the women's segment very early today.
Yes, the women came early and they had their early match. They had 2 segments, Manny. That's the weird thing. 2 segments in the ring. Normally they get 1 in the back, and they get a match. But they had 2 segments involving stuff in the ring. Bravo to Tony for being progressive.
Well, oh wait, there is a new story. What was it? Tony Khan said, what was it? Mercedes is his, what was it? MVP signing or whatnot.
Oh, that's not news. That's just Tony talking bullshit.
If she was an MVP, she'd be pushing the needle right now, right?
Yeah. If she was an MVP, they wouldn't be getting their worst numbers ever.
Yeah.
Like, they're getting their worst numbers ever. It's no time to call anybody an MVP right now. You're all a bunch of losers. It's like being in the Los Angeles Lakers locker room. Look at yourselves. Look at yourselves. You're a bunch of losers. You're nothing. You'll never be nothing. You guys are trash. That's the way you're at right now when you get the lowest numbers. When you get the highest number, that's my MVP over there. No, that's my MVP over there. No, I love you. You are the best. That's how you act when you get the highest numbers.
And those that watch AEW live in America, I need you to either message me or leave a comment on any video, because I'll end up seeing it. What episode of the Big Bang Theory played beforehand? And then leave it in the comments, and then I will also review that episode. But Daniel Garcia takes on Will Ospreay. Earlier in the night, Will tells Don Callis he's done a lot for him, and he appreciates that. He doesn't think he's that guy that wants to hit the Tiger Driver anymore, but he wants out of the Don Callis family. Don weirdly accepts. He's happy to do him that favor, but one day he will ask him for a favor.
Whatever.
Yeah.
God Fletcher stands idly in the background. Ooh. By the way, I want to give AEW a strike for 2 fans in particular before we get into this matchup. Number 1, the guy cosplaying as Will Ospreay. You can't cosplay as Will Ospreay. I'm just saying, it's just
no. There was someone with a bigger problem.
I know. There's another person. And then the 2, the big black guy with the ropes or whatever. Strike. Whatever it says. Whatever it says.
The white guy wearing a shirt that says "Big, Black, and Jack." That ain't you. You're big, fat, and Jack.
Hey, speaking of big fat,
I'm sitting here. You gonna sit here, and you gonna try to badmouth the Lakers when your team is signing a bunch of pedophiles and abusers. We
ain't talking about no Lakers.
Excuse me, I'm in the middle of a positive Dynamite review.
No, you were just bragging on a lot of stuff. You was talking about Chris Jericho. You was mad about Chris Jericho. So don't.
No, I was talking. If you were listening to the context of it, why don't you pay attention?
I was.
Why the fuck have you got gloves on?
OJ.
Who have you murdered?
I'm playing with meat.
Oh, I didn't mean to catch you at such an inconvenient time.
I'm just saying. Me and Shantae is offended. We all cooking a meal. How dare you?
I was right in my. You gonna call the Lakers a bunch of winners right now?
No.
So I was comparing them to the Dynamite numbers and saying there is no MVP on the team of Dynamite when you guys are losing. You're just like the Lakers. You're losing. There's no MVP right now. That's all I said. It was a simple sentence.
Will Ospreay is the MVP. That's who he is. You know,
he ain't breaking numbers.
Yes, really? Martin Luther Ospreay. He is. You know, I'm just saying, out there making sure that the man wasn't taken away from his title. You know, Tony don't know about diversion inclusion.
Well, thanks for derailing our show. We were making good pace. We're making good time.
Okay, I'll go back and tickle my meat. Bye.
How dare he talk like that? Though he's playing the piano, like tinkling the ivories.
Well, he does. He plays with his meat differently, Manny. He plays with his meat differently. Like Guy Fieri ain't never played with his meat like Eric plays with his meat. Go to Flavor Town.
He's like Burger King. plays with meat, he has it his way.
And I know this is McDonald's, but
He's loving it.
I'm loving it.
He's like Arby's. He's got all the meats.
Oh. Don't make me throw up. It's the 4th of July. Don't bring up Arby's. There's nothing less American than Arby's.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
The logo's a cowboy hat. It's very American.
Yeah, not anymore. Not my America.
Hey, hold on. Hawk Tua Girl was wearing a cowboy hat. Nothing more American.
I now can't stand Hawk Tua Girl.
Yeah, I know.
Now
She's got to. She's ruined it. She's ruined it by people finding her. She's ruined it.
She has a team. I'm like her being a mystery. Now that I know she's a real.
She's trying to step into the podcast game. Who do you think you're messing with, girl? Who do you think you're messing with?
Who are you dealing with? This is the Untitled. We made you. I'm just saying. Shoot.
And I'm gonna now acknowledge the original Hawk Tua man, and that's the Iron Sheik.
May he rest in peace. Fuck the Hulk Hogan.
Break his back and make him humble.
Yeah, jabroni. Anyway,
where are we?
Danny Garcia gets murdered. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good match. I'm not a big fan of the finish, but I could see why they did it. After.
Yeah.
So MJF offers the diamond ring. Garcia turns it down. Will Ospreay hits the hidden blade. MJF apologizes to Daniel Garcia, but then he releases the scumbag with his. I'm gonna say it. His trademark snap kick to the balls. It's so quick.
It might be the fastest kick to the balls ever.
Yeah.
So I thought, again, like you said, really good match. I just don't think Danny Garcia is the person I care about enough to see get this beat down. I don't know who on the roster I would rather see in this position, but anybody else that I would sympathize more with. I don't care about Danny Garcia.
I think this is definitely what AEW's been missing. Just that heel, just that fucking disgusting level heel.
Yeah,
like Swerve isn't that bad. Like sometimes you can justify his actions. Do you know when you can justify someone's actions? Whereas like MJF, there was no real reason for this.
Really? You can't justify a man breaking into, and I'm not talking about the home invasion of what you call him? Hangman. I'm talking about the home invasion of with AR Fox. It's a Nick Wayne. He ruined that kid's life and destroyed that family.
To be fair,
and killed a man, I think.
No, that was Nick Wayne.
Yeah, I know. No, but they had the knife to his neck, and there was another guy in there, I think, that died. There's a lot that went on. You can't justify that attack. Swerve turned face. I'm just saying, you're right. They too need that dastardly, disgusting, I can't believe you did that, you went too far type of heel. And MJF needed it more than anything because his babyface act was as stale as Drew McIntyre's act when we were done with him. So I thought this leveled it up. I just think that Danny Garcia is the wrong person to get this attack. I don't know who on the roster. I can't think of anybody who else deserves this beating.
There isn't. If you think about everyone that should be in that top level, the only person you would care about, but because he's been off TV and injured, you could put Adam Cole in that role. You could have put Adam Cole in that role in the terms of that people care about Adam Cole. That's the thing. Adam Cole, wherever he goes, people are endeared to him. Even more so that like his whole career has been messed up through injury. People find Adam Cole endearing. I think that's why people were annoyed when he left WWE for AEW, and then basically is doing nothing since becoming injured.
I agree, but I think that, you know how Ricochet got killed by Braun Breaker? Yeah, I feel like that's the level of wrestler I needed to get killed by MJF. I don't know, because Ricochet is a mid-carder at best, right? But you always want to see him go to that main event and try for greatness, and that's what they tried to do with Danny Garcia here, and it just doesn't work for me. He's just not that guy. Like, if it was Ricochet going for the belt or going after a main event guy, I would be like, okay, good for Ricochet. But what the fuck? Why would you do that to him? Yeah. Or even a Jey Uso right now, like, you'd be like, oh fuck, why'd you be Jey Uso like that? or Sami Zayn, somewhere there. Even though Sami has a mid card title or whatever, I'm just
But
saying.
who in AEW is there?
I don't know.
Like,
That's kind of a problem where their mid card is 700 people. Like
yeah,
the upper
and
tier
because it's
is
so
really
big,
strong.
you don't actually care about them. That's
Yeah.
the problem with that mid card. There's so many people there that you're not gonna see them as often. So why should you care? Like realistically, I see Brian Cage more than most of these mid carders that they have.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's such a loser.
No. But think about that. You see Brian Cage more than half the people on that mid card that you should see.
Yeah. Like if I were to argue, maybe Ray Phoenix could try maybe fit that spot.
No.
Like I don't know if people care about him. He's kind of a loser too, but he's I think he's really talented. Dante Martin about 5 years ago would have been perfect in this role. When he had all that momentum.
John Silver about 4 years ago, maybe.
Yeah. But again, yeah, like you said, that mid card is too quote unquote stacked with people you just like, oh, they're in the mid card. They're just not that important at all. Like
I was thinking Mark Briscoe, but I don't think I care nearly enough about him.
I think Mark Briscoe could have worked. I think that would have worked because you do have that sympathetic, like, oh, he is somebody, but he's currently Ring of Honor champion. You kind of want to make him look that weak. But yeah, so I don't know who else. I guess Danny Garcia would be the right guy for this, but I don't have that attachment to him. He's just a dancer and hanging around Daddy Magic and in the Jericho Society. Why would I sympathize with this guy? I don't really care. I haven't cared about him and this push whatsoever. I cared more about Jeff Jarrett losing to Hangman Page and getting the beat down before than I cared about Danny Garcia getting beat right now. Because at least in Jeff Jarrett's scenario, he was doing this for the good of his heart for Owen Hart, and you knew he was doing it for that. They did show the interview he did, which they should have did for the before his match, or show any clips. They didn't even show anything from Forbidden Door now. Think about it. If they show anything to make you sympathize with the guy, and be like, oh, okay. But I still care about Danny Garcia.
Do you know, weirdly, I feel like they should have had Jeff Jarrett at least progress to the final. I know he wasn't going to win, but like, you know what I mean? They should have given him a better run than this. Like, even though like Hangman should win the tournament, that should have been a finals match or something.
No, I like that they used Jeff Jarrett because, you know, you're right. They should have had Jeff Jarrett, like, you know, go to the tournament. But because he had Hangman Page, who was on some bullshit this week, it disrupts everything. I 100% support that. It makes him a more sympathetic figure when he's getting his ass whipped. Because basically he got the Danny Garcia treatment, but he did it better. He did it better. Yeah. And again, Jeff Jarrett should not be this good at whatever age he is. Him and Dustin are cheating time.
Yeah. Let's move into NXT, where it kicks off hot, Marcus. Jada Parker versus Michi in a street fight. I need to ask you just one question, Marcus. One question. You know what this question is. How about a dive? Jesus, that woman died. I've never... That's how I feel Monday morning every time I have to go to work. Coming off that weekend.
That feels like my entire shift. It's fast motion. Just fast forward. Just, oh, you're moving. We're moving. Things are going good. Oh, no. Wow, right into those chairs. I would like to say NXT I thought was going to be a great show the way it started. Because I was like, we start like this? This is fucking amazing. And I would like to put this out there, man. Not to throw race into everything. Have you ever seen two black women fight like this in the wrestling ring? I don't know if I've ever seen two black women. You see opposing, you know, like, white versus black or Hispanic or that. I don't know if I've ever seen a one-on-one, two women fighting each other of, you know, black descent or whatever, fighting each other like this. And it was, I was like,
I'll tell you one time it got close.
Listen.
That time, Zelina Vega nearly poisoned Montez Ford. And then Bianca Belair just a switch turned on the back of her head and went straight hood on her.
Yeah, she's gonna kill her. She's gonna kill her. By the way, people talk bad about that the pandemic years. There were some good moments with Zelina. That was right before she got fired.
The pandemic era was my best era. How great was that era? That was the talking shit era of wrestling. But it's Bailey improved from it. Roman's character improved from it. Remember that Roman J match? That Roman J match when he was like, "Why did you make me do this to you?"
The rise of Dominic was happening right there. That was the beginning of Dominic.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that happened in the pandemic that you go like, there's some positives here. Do I ever want to go back to that? No.
I do.
The Wednesday Night Wars was at that peak right there, where you just be like, why don't they do something? And AEW had their crowd and stuff. It was wild. But anyway, very physical match. They brought out tools. They brought out nuts and bolts. They ran each other. Jada Parker's ass is now weighs, I guess, 1,000 pounds. Now they can break walls.
I think it's more dangerous than Tony Storm's now. It's 100% more dangerous than Tony Storm.
Yeah, she's breaking walls and barriers and shit. They'd have to caution tape all night for what her ass did.
I love that. I actually love that. The fact that they didn't repair it. They just put caution tape up. And I was like... Because when they break the announce table, they put it back together, which I hate. I would prefer them to sit there without a table and just look awkward, but just like, oh, I can see your legs.
Yeah. It's the better look of like chaos has happened tonight.
Yeah.
But they break the announce table every week on every single wrestling show. On WWE and I guess AEW they just use a regular table. But I'm just saying, this ass is the most devastating weapon in all sports, and I'm afraid. I'm afraid for anybody that goes the wrong way. I'd rather have her ass than a gun at this point. It's like getting hit by a bowling ball.
The way she hits it sometimes, because it's not done in the corner all the time, it doesn't look as devastating as it could be.
Yeah.
But like, if she did that to someone in the corner, it'd be like Rikishi running at someone.
Yeah. But very physical matchup. I was shocked that Jada won the match. I thought that Michia was
I thought Jada needed the win. I think Jada needed the win.
Yeah. But Michia is a main roster wrestler. I thought that she had it.
I'm just gonna jump ahead because these things don't seem that important. But Gallus and OTM 2 brawl in the back. Tyson and Tyreek, or I think that's their name.
Whatever. The race war continues in the back between OTM, fake OTM, Gallus, and the Good Brothers.
Yeah, the Good Brothers also want to talk about breaking original OTM's face.
Yes.
So that happened.
All that stuff was going on.
So back to the show. Ariana Grace. Go on.
I was going to say, now we get a barrage of women matches where I would not be able to tell any of these women apart. I confuse them all.
So Ariana Grace is upset that Soroka snatched her soul last week. And along with it, took part of her heart. And now she isn't going to heat.
That made me laugh. Like, he took my soul. I thought she was going to go with that. And then she's like, and it also took my heart. It still made me laugh. I was like, what?
And now she's devastated. Her people in Toronto won't see her. Carmen tries to relate because she's also from Toronto, but Ariana states she isn't as Canadian as her. Then the Mean Girls decide to make fun of their pity party.
Yes. And I was like, tag match in Toronto? Maybe? I don't know.
And then we move into the New Catch Republic versus the Wankers, Hank and Tank.
That is not their name.
It should be their name.
It should be.
Do you know what? This match wasn't even that bad, Marcus. That's the problem with this.
It was a fine match.
It was a fine match.
Hank and Tank showed me some stuff that they could be a competent tag team, but at the end of the day, Manny, they're just white OTM. They're just white fake OTM.
No, Marcus, I can't ever get past that. Hank was always at the beginning a security guard.
Yep. He's a bum. He looks like a Seth Rogen stand-in. Just stand in here until Rogen gets on set.
And they've moved past him being a security guard. So now we can't even compare him to like anymore.
But yeah, this happened. They lost.
Yeah. Then Brindley
Newcastle Public should have beat them, like you said. Hangman should have beat Jeff Jarrett, by the way.
Yeah. Brindley Reese takes on Izzy Dame. Izzy Dame picks up the win as Tatum Paxley slides in like a snake. And what happened at the back is the positivity seemed to be draining from Brindley. And I love it.
Yeah. Join us tonight. Are they all going to turn heel, or is she going to turn heel on them?
I think she should turn heel on them. But Malik Blade needs to be turned on. He's too nice of a guy. He needs to be turned on.
I'm on the record. You know how you just done with Thea Hell and all her bullshit and everything?
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm done with interest in Malik. It's time for him to go. I'm trying. This whole storyline needs to end.
Go. Thing is, though, the amount of TV time Thea Hale gets, I know for a fact she's the next NXT women's champion.
Man, she's had TV time for 3 years, 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Now.
So the whole story is built around what's that? Mr. Chase bet on her and she lost. She's only had one crack at that title. She's gonna have another one and she's gonna win it, Marcus. She's gonna win it, and it's gonna be disgusting and annoying.
No, she's never winning.
And Ridge Holland's gonna help her win that title.
No, stop it! You're making wrestling worse. Stop it!
Make wrestling worse again.
Man, always invoking Vince McMahon in his speeches like Ronald Reagan. Shit.
Chase U, the dude that can't handle the fact that Ridge gave an assist last week, and he had images of Ridge cheating. The fuck, dude?
What kind of snitch is this? Who are you, Dijak, snitching like this?
Ridge apologizes, says he didn't want to be part of a group. He wanted to be part of a family. Mr. Chase tells him to stay behind while everyone goes to Heatwood.
Well. That's all I can say about that. Moving on from them.
Oh, you want to move on because the next segment is the worst segment, I think, of the week. Lola Vice and Roxanne's face-off.
Ah, let's go. We're going to fight.
This was awful. Awful. You had Roxanne stumbling over her lines. If you was going to stumble that bad, don't give it that much to say. You had Lola Vice fake crying, telling us her life story. I didn't want to know any of this.
So, I am going to, because we're so free to give strikes to AEW, and I guess reluctant to strike NXT, who probably deserve a few strikes on the show already.
No, I think they deserve at least 5,000 strikes for this one.
Manny, I'm going to give them 2,500 strikes, not 5,000.
2,500.
2,500.
You're gonna half. You're gonna half.
And all of them go to Roxanne. And I'm going to give a pass to Lola Vice. She had a difficult promo to do. That's what I'm going to say. Again, as someone once said, this is a school, Manny. This is a school. People are learning to give these emotional promos. So, Lola Vice has never cut a promo like this. And you know what? I believed her. I fell for it. Hook, line, sinker. I believe those were real tears. I'm not going with crocodile tears. I believe this was not her fault. I think she really got emotional talking about her mother and stuff and getting sick and having to go fight Bellator and overcoming it. I believed in Lola Vice, and it made me go, you know what? I believe it. I fell for it. Okay? I fell for it. Maybe I'm just giving her a pass because Lola Vice. And I always fall a big butt to smile. But I'm going to say I believed her.
As much as Joe Hendry?
No. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe her statements. I believe the emotion. I believe those word crocodile tears. I believe she really cried. And I believe her emotions messed her up in the segment because she couldn't remember her lines because she really actually got choked up. Now, Roxanne Perez, however, be a professional, okay? You're 20 years old, damn it. You grow
the fuck up, Roxanne.
Grow the fuck up. You've been wrestling for 20 years already, okay? Grow the fuck up. But I think that derailed the segment a bit because they didn't know how to respond to that. Like, I think even Roxanne was like, oh shit, she might be really crying. Fuck. I don't know how to respond because Roxanne was supposed to deliver a cold-ass line of I don't give a fuck, basically.
No, Marcus, see, if I was in Lola Vice's corner, I'm taking out Booker T immediately on that commentary desk, and I'm going after his knees.
Manny, you do realize Booker T is 6'8", 200 some pounds, and he did whoop up Batista at one time.
Yeah, but Marcus, he ain't the same guy that ain't the same guy that whooped up Batista. This is an old man with fucked up knees. If Wes is listening to this, he'll do it. Every time Wes sees Booker T stand up, he's like, look at his knees. He can't bend them and anything. This is a man that basically walking like a pirate with 2 wooden legs.
I don't know. He's undefeated against Filipinos, man. He's undefeated against Filipinos. We're gonna have to show the children tape.
I'll defeat this Filipino. As the Filipino of this show, I will defeat Booker T.
Manny, you only have one arm. You only have one arm.
Yeah, but I'll distract him. You know why? Because he keeps saying this line on TV, and I don't get it. Champagne dreams, champagne wishes, and caviar dreams.
You've never watched Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous?
No.
Oh, that's where that comes from.
He keeps saying it like a pervert.
Yes. It's not a perverting lie.
He said it in the video we recently did with Tiffany Stratton. Oh my goodness.
That's not a pervert lie. That's all about money and having luxury. It's all about luxury.
I don't trust Booker T. I'm gonna take out his knees.
You gotta, you're Robin Leach, Manny. In fact, we're gonna have Black School for you. One of the later episodes where we teach Manny black culture. Now, Lifestyle of Rich and Famous is the whitest show in the history of television. But I know every black person that have seen that show of a certain age.
Black School. We go to the club, Marcus. Unfortunately, the KC Express ain't there. It's DJ Tatanka with another set.
I thought he was chasing this shit.
But Lexus King, of course, takes offense to this because he came out there like, I love rock and roll.
Manny, I'm going to give the other remaining 2,500 strikes I had for Roxanne to Lexi King. I'm giving him bad Lexi King this week. And I know that's Eric's job, but he ain't probably reviewing NXT's way. This is bad Lexi King. Lexi King is in his 20s, Manny. In his 20s. Every band he named was already out of music by the time he was born. Whether he was, all of them. I think he brought Leonard Skinner and shit. And
no, that just makes him a real one, Marcus. Some people don't like the new shit that's out there right now. Well,
they have good reason. I'm just saying, he cannot go that old. At least you got to go to his end. He better put in some fucking Give me a POD or Papa Roach or some shit in there.
Papa Roach had one song. Papa Roach only had one song, and
I know, but I'm trying to think of the people who Smash Mouth. He better put Smash Mouth in there.
Bizkit.
Or Green Day. Yeah, Limp Bizkit.
Green Day's more punk, innit? Not rock.
It's the same shit. I'm just saying they had instruments. I'm just saying it needs to be more modern. Yes. In fact, bring up the Foo Fighters, okay? Bring up people who had instruments in your era. Don't bring up these old
Marcus is out
ass
here
bands.
like they had instruments like I'm coming out here with a flute like boof.
Yeah, man, think of today no one has instruments anymore. Think of all the bands. No one actually plays anything. It's all computer generated, like DJ Sataka on there, just do. I'm saying he got to bring up some modern bands. Bring up Nickelback, huh? Lose all your street cred or Creed.
Like he had street cred in the beginning in the first place.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying his bands were too old. It looked like Shawn Michaels had wrote that for him, and these are the bands he listened to. Even Shawn was like, these bands are old.
Sean don't listen to real music. He listens to Christian rock.
That's what he tells you. He's a big Slipknot fan. I'll talk to him.
Nah, but from what I heard, Shawn Michaels likes rap.
He does see blacker these days. That's the one thing him and Bret Hart can bond over is their love for black culture.
Love of the culture.
Now that Bret Hart plays a bitter old black woman in every documentary now.
Fuck you, Goldberg.
Yeah, fuck Goldberg, Bill Goldberg. Who killed WCW? Bill Goldberg did.
Always. He doesn't actually just call him Goldberg. Has to hit the bill. Bill Goldberg.
To make sure he's just a man. Just let you remind you that it's just a man he's talking about. It's a man named Bill Goldberg.
Not to get confused with Goldberg from the Mighty Ducks 1 and 2 and 3. I am Goldberg, the goalie.
More impressive athlete, Manny. Goldberg or Goldberg? Which one? More impressive Goldberg.
They both won fictional titles, but I mean Goldberg, the goalie, kind of saved the day for Team USA and Mighty Ducks too.
He did. He got his shit together. Stop being afraid of the puck. He got his shit together. He was an amazing goalie.
Let's pause for a second. we have not recorded anything for tangents this week.
Yeah.
We have not done a watch along in a very long time.
That's true.
Do we watch Mighty Ducks?
I'm down for that. Or would they rather have a tangents episode about Mighty Ducks?
What would you prefer? No one's in the comments at the moment.
I think we could have a tangents on best kids sports movie.
We could.
We can have a full tangents on which team was the best team.
We could, but I feel like we need to get Smokey. We might have to get Smokey involved in this one.
Smokey!
The one that had the black glove on just 5 minutes ago, Eric.
I associate that more with OJ, with the one black glove. By the way, BT, interesting choice to honor OJ.
Yeah, Stephen A. Smith had a 15-minute rant on the.
Yeah, I heard it, and I was like, "It ain't that serious, Stephen A. It ain't that serious."
Like
he was found not guilty.
I mean, he was the juice.
Yeah. I mean, he did commit a Benoit, but but he was found not guilty of it.
I cut that bit out of the short that I released of
the
retelling because I think that went a bit dark.
Yeah, you never bring Chris in this.
Jimmy, if you want us to do a tangents episode, you might need to give us a topic.
No, he was talking about for the which one to vote for, the tangents or the watch along for the Mighty Ducks.
I
and
think
he said
Jimmy,
tangents.
as a diamond, I'm gonna take my arm out for this.
Why would you, man? You didn't have to pull that out. Oh my God,
Jimmy, as a diamond member, this is not worth it at all. You need to.
No, I don't.
You need to give us a topic.
It's fine.
I don't think I can get this back in. That's what.
Yeah. Never again. Anyway, continue on through NXT.
Where were we? Oh, DJ Tatanka. So Ora Mensah takes on Miles Bourne. Ora Mensah was told that he was banned from Heatwave as Stevie Turner and Robert Stone argue backstage on who delivers the bad news. It looks pathetic when I do it with one hand.
Yeah, Ora Mensah has basically, in a long story short, Ora Mensah is barred from Toronto, because he's on site Mensah right now, and every time he sees Interface is on site.
Damon Kemp feels left out when he's in the group, and he's all there. He's all there showing off these brass knucks.
Exactly. Manny, can I add something? I know we all know what Damian Kemp is going to do. He sees Damian Heights, bigger, stronger, taller,
blacker,
ambiguous race, black man. And he looks at
Marcus, I got confused because I thought Oro Mensah was the guy from the Gates of Agony.
Nah, that guy ain't that cool. The Gates of Agony guy is lame. Oh, but yeah. That's what he sees right now. He's
out
like,
lame if he's coming out with things like this.
He's literally saying, I've been replaced. That's all what you call David Kemp is looking. Wow, man, he's ready to main event Dynamite this week. But he feels replaced. Obviously he's been replaced. He has no protection of his brother being around. Just leverage. It's all over. Even though Shawn Michaels talked about Gable Stevenson and said, yeah, he's an amazing athlete. You probably look forward to see what he does in the NFL. But sometimes things just don't click with wrestling.
Yeah, I think Shawn Michaels handled that amicably. Amicably.
Close enough.
Yeah, we don't do words here, apparently.
No, as I said, you try reading. As I told Manny in the pre-show, you try reading, okay? It's hard.
Well, I write stuff here sometimes, and I can't even tell what the fuck I was thinking about 2 hours ago.
Well, we had a whole 3 minutes to say me using the word scathing. If I using it right, scathing. Scathing. Never
So
use that
David
word again.
distracts Miles by trying to offer the knucks, and then Mensa picks up the win. Where Carly Bright takes on Wendy Chu. Carly gets choked out by Wendy Chu. Shawn Michaels addresses Brooks Jensen. He's due to have a sit down with Ava next week. And I feel that's a worse punishment, having to sit with Ava.
I don't think that's to help him. Like, they went over the story, and currently, I'm invested. Oh, Jesus.
We're good. We're good.
We got to release a documentary on Manny's Bengals arm. That's like they did Brooke Jensen this week.
And I can we all just point out, I'm doing this clean today. I have taken no painkillers whatsoever.
Yeah, who are you proving this to, Manny? Who are you proving this to?
I got shamed in a voice note. I got shamed in a voice note, which I will not play on this show.
You need to see a doctor and start taking drugs again. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You're not
straight
proving
edge.
anybody. You're
I'm
not straight edge. You're borderline to severely Brooks Jensen version of an alcoholic. Who his gimmick is that's his gimmick. He's a drunk. He's out of control. He's a danger to himself and others. He's basically what if Hangman Page, in the darkest part of his career, met Darby Allin, met Jack Perry. 3 very dangerous white men to combine. And that's where Brooke Jensen is at. And they're going to sit down and talk to him because he needs help. And that's the main issue. And I look forward to this story because I never thought I would say this. I can't wait to see our Brooke Jensen segment. To see where he's at.
See all the people you just listed. I don't think it's any of them.
Oh.
I think it's the loose cannon Brian Pillman.
Well, you know what? That does all add up to Brian Pillman. You're right. Somewhere, Lexi King is going like, I could have did this. And then Shaw going, nah, you're too short, kid. You're too short.
You're just going to be our version of Jericho.
But I would take Lexi King and Brooke Jensen over Jericho right now in any draft.
Well, Marcus, I've got something ridiculous to say as well at the end of the segment, at the end of the show. But Jasmine Nix takes on Carmen Petrovic. She hits the Pele kick for the win after a distraction. And then Ariana and Carmen end up in a tag match against these 2 mean girls.
Yes. Classic. It's going to be a classic. I want my Santino and Ariana Grace interaction, damn it. I know they're doing crossovers. Yeah.
I want a mixed tag.
Ava and The Rock.
Is he still in TNA?
Yes.
Yeah, why aren't we getting this?
I mean, just a crossover segment. Just her doing something, and then him going like, you can ignore that he's her father, but just play it up. Just play it up like he is.
In the wrestling news, Izzy Dame made an appearance on the latest TNA tapings, and so did Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
When he showed up, he did a roll, man. He showed up, he did a roll.
Just once, I'd need him to come out and come with me, and you'll see a world of pure imagination. I'm pretty sure that's how he lured Tavian Heights into the Newport Catch crew.
I would love for at the end of my matches, Oompa Loompas come out and sing my opponent's demise. Like at the end of every match would be insane, but why not?
So we have the contract signing. It goes exactly as expected. Marcus, I find it very odd to say Sean Spears is the strongest person in this segment. It was ridiculous. If I was going to rank them all, it would be Trick. No, it would be Sean Spears, Ethan Page,
Well.
Was it?
Well.
What's his name? Javon Evans.
Well. I see how you acting now, Manny. I see where your true alliance is now. I see it. You put the black people on bottom. That's how I used to side strip, huh? Purity, huh? Of the skin.
Okay, you rank them then.
I would go with Javon and Sean Spears had their own segment where I appreciated him. It was like, you call me 20 one more again, I'll knock the fuck out you. When he got me said that got aggressive, and I was like, oh shit. I would put Javon first. I would go with Sean Spears second, Ethan third, and Trick at third. They may be tied for fourth.
Okay.
I was more interested in Sean Spears and Javon.
You may convince Javon. I'll put at 2.
Okay.
And then Ethan at 3. But Trick was the worst. Trick
was alright.
I think Trick could lose his title without actually having to be pinned, and I think that would be okay. I think that would be okay.
Well, the 4, who do you want to see with the title at the end of the day? You get the youngest NXT champion of all time. You can go that route. I don't think you get the oldest NXT champion of all time.
I think he needs a little bit more seasoning before you.
Absolutely.
I think I would like to see him with the actual Black Championship, the North American title first.
The culture title.
The culture title. Which I did some research. The last time a white person held that title was Cameron Grimes, and the last other than a black person to hold it was Dragon Lee.
You're not gonna count half of Ricochet?
That was before Cameron Grimes.
Oh shit, it was. Damn. But yeah, it's been the culture title, and even Lonnie is setting up her title for being as she goes by.
This Lonnie thing needs to stop. It needs to stop. It sounds awful.
Her name is Lonnie. She goes by Lonnie. You can tell she goes by Lonnie. Everybody call her Lonnie. Everybody call her Lonnie in the back. You know it. But they're never going to change the graphic to Lonnie Jordan. I thought it was funny, though. To skip the segment we didn't cover. That Lonnie quoted Michael Jordan and So Roca quoted LeBron James. Which I was like, did she see the other person's package? And was like, ha, bitch.
It must have.
And I would like to continue with Lonnie's journey of always quoting or doing something like Michael Jordan, where she takes things personally. She's always smoking cigars. She's smoking cigars. Our job
on this show is to take things personally all the time.
I want her to smoke cigars, Manny. I want her in the back waving baseball bats. I want her shooting quarters and gambling. I want her to just become Michael Jordan. That would be the most unique gimmick for a women's wrestler ever, to just emulate Michael Jordan for The Last Dance.
So, I mean, NXT was all nonsense outside of the first match.
Yeah, Dynamite wins. Dynamite wins, with the exception of the Chris Jericho being out there. Just Jericho.
Solid show.
Yeah. Just Jericho being out there, that 6-man and Taz getting removed. Made no sense. Don't understand why that was on the show for a perfect Dynamite. It was almost a perfect Dynamite. If that wasn't there, that would have been a perfect Dynamite. But they do get points back for Fireball.
No, Marcus, because it wasn't on screen. It was off screen.
I still liked it. I still love a good Fireball. I don't care. Not
Best
the fire in wrestling.
Best Fireball in wrestling.
The one Hogan didn't get off on Warrior that time, because that makes me laugh every single time. He really tried. But the best Fireball is clearly Alexa Bliss shooting Randy Orton in the eye. From across the ring.
You know what? I forgot about that one, because the one I was going to bring up was the one we watched on Retro when Triple H was dressed up as Gold Dust.
Oh, man. Fireballs always pop me. I don't care. I love them.
Well, what about that time in Japan when Hogan had a camera explode in his face? And that's how we did it. That's how we lost to Yokozuna. 93 and 94 wild times, people.
Yeah,
wild.
Stay tuned for exclusive Patreon content where we talk about the new generation. No, before it did. The dumpster era.
Dumpster era.
Where we just talk about that, because 94 Manny, you might be right. The greatest year to have ever existed in wrestling.
It is. Do you know what? I don't want to do another retro series again, ever. Because it was too much time, it was too much effort. But I would hands down, if someone came up with a bright idea, let's go watch all the Raws from 1994 and Superstars and everything from 94. I'm down, people. I am down.
Well, just cover the big moments. Just cover the big moments, Manny.
Oh, because I'll do a live stream. I'll spend all day doing it. Let's watch 94 wrestling all day. We'll do like one day. I'll do 12 hours.
Manny, I need you to stop right now. I need you to get back on drugs and drinking because you sounded too active and trying to get me to create something. No, get back on the drugs.
Although I do have an idea. I messaged it to you guys earlier.
Yeah, I don't look at messages.
August 4th was my dad's birthday. I have been meaning to do this Lego Nintendo set since January, and I've just never got around to doing it because it is a lot of effort to actually just do, and you need a lot of time. I thought I will do that the whole day because that will probably take me more than 8 hours to do. But rather than just have me talking to you for a full 8 hours, anyone that is interested that wants to do however long they want to do like a 2-person show where you just talk to me and we're just reacting to shit as I'm building Lego. The main focus will be the Lego and we just have a conversation. Jump in, send emails to thesharpshooters@gmail.com, which I haven't even checked that email in months. And
I'm sure Gmail took it from us.
Yeah, or slide into the DMs of either my account, which is Manny on Instagram, or Marcus's account, which he doesn't check. At the grand finale, and or the Sharpshooters account, which I should check more, but I really don't.
Yeah, you know it's always funny when people ask me, "Hey, what's your Instagram account?" Oh, grand finale. Oh, what's no other bullshit? No other bullshit. There's nothing. You got that? I got it. Don't use it at all.
Well, so I was talking to someone, and someone assumed the DAS on the Manidas, which is just a play on Adidas, which you hate when I say it. Yes. As you would probably say it, Manidas. Which I've had that moniker.
There's no I. There's no I.
I've had that moniker since I was 13. It's my moniker. They thought that was my surname. And thought that my surname was De Santos. And I think that's a sick name.
De Santos?
Yeah.
Fine. You want to be De Santos, Lord Manny De Santos. You can be that, all right?
No, that adds more to the name. So that'd be MDS.
I don't care. You're going to have the longest name ever. Lord Manny De Santos, the ambiguous king of the ropes, Hayes.
The name is too long. I mess it up even in the intro now because it shouldn't be all gravy at the beginning. It should always be the racially ambiguous. But yeah, if you want to be part of that, August 4th, it's a Sunday. Just let us know, and then we can send you a link, and then you can jump in whenever.
Yeah. I jump in and out, depending on where I'm at in this universe at this time and frame. This could be the end of the show. This could be the last episode I ever do anyway.
Funny,
over the air.
Tuesday's episode was the 400th episode of the Untitled Manny and Marcus show.
Oh, 400 of these, huh? Like 100 of them were good. The rest of them were, fuck.
Well, you could write off all the ones that, all the early ones. They were bad.
Yeah. It's okay. Every show starts off bad, and then they find that groove. Just like The Office. Now, you can't imagine the early episodes. It's a better show these days. Except for the final episode, so you go like, But there's a sweet spot there of The Office.
Yeah, it ended at season 7. That's what I see it as. I will never watch anything further.
Again, new rule for television and movies. If you're going past 4 seasons or 4 editions, you're done. That's it. You're done. That's it. I'm cutting you off. You don't deserve. Nobody deserves that much story. You're not that interesting of a character to have 4 different seasons. I don't care about you that much.
You say that, but One Piece has like 1,000 episodes.
Yeah, and it can't be still good. It can't be as good as the first 500.
But yeah, we're entering tangent territory.
Yeah.
So we'll end it here.
Yeah. Tune into our next tangent where we pick the greatest kids sports team, or talk about Mighty Ducks, or do a watch along, or Manny built Legos with one arm. If he has an arm by the time August 4th gets here. Go to a doctor, damn it. They're going to take the arm.
I could be Bucky. You don't know that.
Manny, if you become the Winter Soldier, I'm not chasing you. I'm just saying, I'm just going to let it happen. Hey, man, let it go. Let him go. Let him do his thing. He's an assassin now. Let it go.
I'm not chasing you. As if because you're going to be Captain America in this scene.
Yeah, obviously. You've seen me lift helicopters with my one-arm bicep. Come on, fuck that. I'm Steve Rogers. I'm the closest thing to Steve Rogers there is on YouTube.
Marcus, I know about your back.
Mangled.
But yeah, tune in. Don't let it be a party like this.
Be safe out there on the 4th of July. Don't blow yourself up. We don't have that many listeners as it is.
America.
If you're thinking about blowing yourself up, at least do it in sharpshooter merchandise so we can get free advertisement on the news channel.
Yeah, buy a shirt like this. Buy the Lord Manny Hayes shirt. Do it. You know you want to do it.
The ambiguously colored shirt. Or olive green, as they call it.
Military green is what it says on the website.
Act now to help for Manny pay for his medical bills. Oh, wait.
Help buy me a new arm. A robotic arm.
By the way, I recommend everybody throw tea in the river. I recommend that everybody go out there, celebrate the 4th of July in a willing fashion while the people in England mourn and they go into their corner and be like, damn, we lost all these great Americans. We could have been the #1 sports country in the world, but we lost America because our queen and her taxes pushed them too far. And they weren't going to take it anymore. And now their country is about to fall under the King Donald Trump, and it's all bad from here. And they're going to probably invade England next.
Do you know, I don't ever see the point of invading England. It'd like be invading what? Like,
Canada?
The size of just New York itself.
No, I think if you were to invade America and compare it to, you got to invade California. You got to take out that big ass state. We're a huge state. We have too much.
Because I know what I'm doing. I'm just going to take out the Wi-Fi of the world. I'm going to shut down the internet. The world will go crazy.
Well, Manny, I believe the world will unite and try to take you out. I have shut down the internet. Da-da-da. Hey, fuck this guy, right? Yeah. We can agree on one thing. I think guns are cool now. Let's all have guns and shoot this motherfucker for taking out the internet.
I am the doctor. Do you not remember who I am? I am the biomedic that was Epidemic.
If you were a doctor, you're Steve Williams and you're dying in front of me. Go ahead, Manny, and go to the doctor.
How dare you call me Dr. Death, Steve Williams?
Exactly.
How dare you?
Shoot, if you Steve Williams, I gotta be Jim Ross, okay? And I don't want that. Fucking get your arm checked out.
Well, I could make you a makeshift announce table.
Got time to see. I don't want to go to the Money in the Bank watch along this Saturday and watch you take off your sling and show us your mangled, beat up arm like Cody Rhodes in Hell in the Cell.
My arm is fine.
That's a tattoo. I thought that was blood.
My arm is actually fine. It's not swollen.
Again, Manny, go to the doctor.
Doctors never see me because it'll work out there's other problems.
You just go see a quack. Go see a quack. It's fun.
Like, a quack implies someone in a hut that is able to define how sick you are by like weird measures of measurements.
I love quacks. Like, you don't know what they're gonna say. Oh man, the sun is shining on you today, and that's gonna cause you great descent into madness. I diagnosed you these pills to stop that descent into madness and go into the dark side. So here you go.
Yeah, and the pills are like crushed up cat shit.
Yes, crushed up cat shit with a flavor they add Skittles.
So yeah, I am not going to see a doctor till at least 3 weeks.
Fine, Manny. Be mangled.
Yeah, and on the watch along this Saturday for Money in the Bank, I'll be like this. Maybe this first.
Hot tooey.
Yeah, so like the video, subscribe if you haven't. We out. Peace.
America! America, America, America. America. America.
Tony Khan, sign the Fences of Misery.
Or the Patriots of Petty.
Oh, Marcus, that's great!
Yes.
That's a great name. Why didn't you say that at the beginning of the show?
Well, because I didn't want to be known as the PP show.
I mean, that's basically what this show has become.
Welcome to another edition of the PP show. The Fence of Aggression. What were we? Fence of Misery?
The Fence of Misery, or the Patriots of Petty.
Only in America.
America. Alright, we out. Peace.